Hi there. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's day 20 of Nourish. I was teaching all last week. I feel tired this morning, but I also feel really grateful for the fact that I'm turning up and moving. So come, let's lie on the floor today. We're meeting our shoulders, our neck, and just easing things out, bringing some movement, some connection, some insight. So come lie on your back and we shall begin. Come. So landing in. And as you land in, just notice how your shoulders are resting on the floor. So I love unpacking my shoulders. So So imagine that your elbows are moving up towards the ceiling, or not even imagine, move your elbows up towards the ceiling, and then pull one elbow more and then drop your shoulder blade back, and then pull the other elbow more and drop it back, and then widen your elbows outwards and bring them to the floor. So that should feel really different than when you first landed down. I feel more spread on the floor, wider, fuller, more expansive. And just deepen into your belly. Get a sense of how this feels to have a more open, wider chest. So keeping your feet flat on the floor and keeping your head on the floor, let your right hand travel in front of your face and then over towards the left. But keep your head on the floor. So there's a certain point where you'll come to a stuck place. Stay in the stuck place for a moment. And then keep looking towards the left. Bring your right elbow to the floor beside you on the right. And then glide the right hand across again and find the stuck place where your head's still on the floor and I'm reaching my right hand over. So I'm trying to mobilize more into the back of my right shoulder as I do this. Whereas as soon as I lift my head, I just move into rolling. So I'm just staying in and then just pull. I'm going to turn sideways so you see me a bit better. So I've right hand is floating in the air somewhere over the left elbow. And now just pull your right shoulder forward and backwards so that my right hand moves a bit deeper towards the left and then moves back again towards but it's not my elbow that's bending. I'm trying to do it in my shoulder, in my rib cage. How do you do that? Nice. Arms wide, come back to center. Notice the difference between the two sides of your chest, the two arms. And then bend the left elbow, bring it across, keep your head on the floor and find the stuck place where the next opportunity of movement is lifting and rolling your body, but just stay there. Stay here in this place where the range of your shoulder has gone to its maximum. Keep looking towards the right hand, bring your left elbow to the floor. And then do that again. Reach, elbow to the floor, reach, and pause there. And then just glide your left shoulder a little bit more towards the right and then back. And as I do that, it's like my left hand can reach a little bit further and then it comes back. But I'm doing that with the mobility of my shoulder blade and my shoulders, and even the one on the floor is helping somehow. Nice. Bring both arms back and just pause. Nice. Bring both arms up, interlock your hands, and then roll your hands in a circle up towards the ceiling. And as I do that, what I'm focusing on is drawing a circle at the back of my torso, a bit like when we roll our knees in the air and we make a circle on the back of our pelvis or a clock on the back of our pelvis. How would you make a clock on the back of your shoulder blades, your ribs, the upper shoulders? And I have this feeling where there's kind of a backwards and also a forward movement happening. So I'm not always at the same height with my shoulders, but maybe I'm going to try. So try and stay, oh, interesting. If I stay with my hands really, really forward the whole time, I actually just stay in the back of my rib cage. Whereas when I drop my shoulders back and then reach my arms forward, so I'm not only circling, I'm also oscillating. I move more into the space at the back of my shoulder blades. And then again, stay with your arms really high. Don't let them lower. Notice how that's at the back of the rib cage. And now let your shoulders move forward and backwards as you draw the circle. And just notice how that makes more contact of the shoulder blades. Nice. Hold on to the opposite elbows. Arms are up towards the ceiling. And then just pull your right elbow down and then pull your left elbow down. And my head is staying center. So there's a moment where my arm is pulling across in front of my throat. Just feel that. And then move it so it's more like elephant. So now it's crossing across your eyeball or your forehead. And then do it down lower on your chest. When I do it down lower on my chest, I don't quite get to the floor with my elbows. I feel this sense of I'm bound into a tensegrity structure with my elbows, and I can't give enough in the tensegrity of the structure to get my elbow to the floor. Nice. Drop your arms wide and just notice how your shoulders feel. Great. So we're going to do a similar movement with our pelvis. So drop both knees to the left and then glide your right knee over towards the left. And then just, I think chop was a word we used for this before. So it's a half glider where your right knee rises and then your right foot drops back behind you, but you're staying on the left side. You're a left-sided glider who's going into the movement and then coming out, but never changing sides. And try and keep your two shoulders really firmly on the floor. So how do you keep that right shoulder on the floor as you do the chop glider? You can do it with your legs straight if you wish, if you have space. So it's a bit like a half pendulum when we do a leg straight. Nice. I think I prefer it with my knee bent in this one because the reaching backwards towards the right is much more obvious. Nice. Back to center. Pause. Nice. Drop both knees down towards the right. And then chop gliders on the left leg. So draw your left knee up towards the right shoulder. And then draw the left foot backwards. So for me, the upwards is really obvious. And then backwards with the left foot, I have to stabilize to create that range of motion. So I have this sense of connectivity through the torso that's very interesting. Nice. Keep that left shoulder on the floor and then come back to center. Pause. Super. Lift your feet in the air and just draw a circle like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. So similar movements in the pelvis as what we did up in the shoulders. Oh, just feel that. How is it to draw a circle with your knees? Nice. Both feet to the floor. We're just going to open out into the inner thighs. This is a movement that we do a lot here, and I just really enjoy it. So lift the right leg in the air, and you're going to keep the right leg more or less center as we do this movement. So drop the left thigh out to the side, and then bring the left thigh to the floor. And I'm keeping my right knee center, and to do that, my right buttock has to lift, and then come back to center. Right knee, no, left knee out to the side, left thigh down, center, knee, thigh, center, knee, thigh, center. One more time, knee, thigh. So keep your left thigh on the floor. And now we're going to move this right leg. Bring your right knee down towards the left, and then bring your right knee as far to the right as you can go. But my left thigh is now glued to the floor. So this is now clamshell in gliders. Oh, wow. So right knee travels down, squeeze it deeply down towards the left, and then pull it deeply towards the right. Down towards the left. And all that time, you're keeping that right shoulder firmly planted. And notice the moment where there's a challenge to your shoulder staying on the floor. So connection, movement, dexterity, somatic awareness, presence in movement that you're like creating in this moment. And just feel that. Knee out to the side and down. Knee out to the side and down. Next time your right knee goes to the right, pause there. Right knee to the right. You can straighten your leg if you want to. Changes it utterly. It just becomes this really huge groin lengthening. Whereas out to the knee, it's more about the buttocks, the other leg. It creates a softer sense of the whole of the pelvis. Whereas as soon as you straighten the leg, for me, it just becomes about my inner thigh and lengthening the groin. Notice for you what changes, which one you prefer. Stay with it. Breathe into it. Create some length by softening. Don't get harder in your lengthening. So we're not creating rigidity to create flexibility. We're creating connection, strength, range of motion, and softness in our range. Nice. Come back to center. Both feet to the floor. Wow, my left buttock. Come back up to center. So left knee is now up in the air, and we're going to drop the right thigh down to the side, right knee out, and then right thigh down to the floor. Come back up to center. Right knee out, right thigh down. So make it in 2 different steps as well. Right knee out, and then thigh to the floor. And then see if you can make it a continuous movement of smoothness, of connectivity. Wow, making it really smooth is really challenging, actually. I can feel the effort in my groin, in the deep belly, to create smoothness across the change of my pelvis tilt. Nice. Next time your right thigh goes down to the side, stay there. And now you're going to clamshell gliders. So draw the left knee to the right, and then draw the left knee as far to the left as you can. Left knee to the right. Squeeze it down. Keep that left shoulder on the floor, and then out towards the left. Down to the right. Out to the left. Create continuity. Move like you're moving in honey. Slow the movement down so it has a sense of connectivity in the whole range. You're creating sensation and connection from when your knee squeezes over to all the way when your knee opens out. Nice. Next time your left knee travels left, pause there. So my shoulders are steady on the floor. You can lengthen your leg if you wish. Makes it a lot more gung-ho and intense. See what's right for you. If you're keeping your knee bent, awesome. There's loads going on already. That left buttock, that right buttock, the inner thigh, the pelvis, the belly, the chest. My arms are working. Notice if you let go of your arms, how you fall. So my left elbow is really stabilizing me. Bring your knee a little bit wider. See if you can soften into it. Create movement in this end range. How would you create movement? Nice. Come back to center and pause. Nice. Roll over. Come into a cat position. And just do shoulder shrugs. Shrug your shoulders back. Push your shoulders forward. Nice. So I'm going to do opposites. So bring your left elbow down. Right hand stays where it is. Come back up. And then bring your right elbow down. Come back up. And as you do this, feel how you can squeeze right side and then squeeze left side. So there's people from all over the world who are with me as we do yoga. So Nada, who's in the south of France at the moment, who actually travels all over Southeast Asia and America often, is in south of France. So hi Nada, welcome. So you're just rocking one elbow down and then rocking the other one down. Nice. And then you're going to try both elbows down. Bring both elbows down, up, both elbows down. Move slowly and smoothly into the sense of your elbows bending. Come back up. Nice. Next time your elbows come down, have them close enough so you're not going wide. So my elbows aren't widening as I'm here. My elbows are staying in when I'm here. Okay? And then just shoulder shrug here. Shoulders forward, shoulders backwards, forwards, backwards. And then draw a circle here. It's really not obvious. Like, how would you draw a circle here? Because your arms are kind of bound in some ways. They're connected to the floor. And then roll the circle in the other direction. So my ribs are really trying to help when I do this. My head is trying to help. Nice. So reach your right hand forward, come up onto the fingertips, and draw the right sit bone backwards. Nice. Elbow to the floor. Bring your left hand forward, fingertips on the floor. Lean into that left armpit. Pull your left hip backwards. And come back up. Nice. Both arms are straight. Our hands are underneath your shoulders. Walk your hands one handprint forward. Grab the floor with your fingertips. Push your hands down like you're doing a backward shoulder shrug. And then pull your bum backwards. And see if you can connect through the back of your body as you do this. I can even come up onto my fingertips. So I'm not going downwards towards the floor. I'm rounding my back and pulling my sit bones back towards my heels. How rounded can I be? How much into the cat can I be here as I pull backwards? Nice. Come all the way forward. We're going to do the opposite. Arching your back, look forward, slowly reverse backwards. I have to go slowly with this one. I can feel something really deeply connecting in my rib cage. I kind of lift my fingertips off the floor, my whole fingers off the floor. So my palms are pushing down, and somehow lifting my fingers connects the ball of my fingers, the base of my fingertips, base of my hands into the floor. And then rock forward. So we're going to move from one to the other. Round your back. Sit your bum back. Come forward, stay rounded. Arch your back. Travel backwards. Stay arching. Come forwards. Rounding. Travel back. Arching. Travel back. Rounding. Travel back. Arching. Travel back. Nice. So we're going to travel from one to the other. Rounding. Sit your bum back. Arching, traveling forward. Often what happens here is that you want to bend your elbows. If you do want to bend your elbows, you can as you travel forward, but the option is there that you also don't bend your elbows. See what's right for you. So if I always do the one with bending elbows, somehow when I bend my elbows, It takes the effort out of my spine, which might be a really good thing for you, whereas I really want to hear the arch of my spine and the connection of my chest. And then we're going to do the opposite direction. Archwards. And then rounding, traveling forwards. Arching, traveling back. Rounding, traveling forward. And again, last time, arching, traveling back. Rounding, traveling forward. Nice. Come lie on your back, all the way down. Land on the floor. Bring your arms wide. And just do the thing we did at the beginning. Bend your right elbow, lift your elbow up so you create space in the back of the shoulder, and then drape your shoulder down, bring your elbow down, bring your arm wide. Then the other side, bend your left elbow, lift it up, and drape your left shoulder down, elbow, arm. Palms are facing the ceiling, and then just rock your knees to the right, turn your head to the left. So just a simple twist. You can, if you want, the right hand, so you're turned your head towards the left, so turn the right palm towards the floor. Nice. Come back up to center. Knees are center, head is center, palms are facing the ceiling. Drop your knees to the left. Turn your head to the right, turn your left palm downwards. So the side you're looking at is the palm that's facing up. And then come back to center. And then travel from side to side and coordinate those movements. Knees to the right, head to the left, right palm down. Center. Knees to the left, head to the right, left palm down. So the side you're not looking at has your knees and your palm down. Your knees and your palm, head turns the opposite direction. Just feel that coordination, all those different parts of you moving in flow and connection. See if you can lean a little bit deeper into your neck as you travel from side to side. Nice. Come back to center. Hands to your belly. Just take a few deep breaths. And just connecting into the sense of this moment in your body. So today is day 20. We have 3 more classes left until the 23rd, which is when we finish Nourish. And so the next 3 days, we're staying. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, God bless me. The next 3 days, we're going to stay on the floor. We've gone down. And so let your shoulders rest a bit deeper on the floor. Let there be more shoulder on the floor. Nice. So stay there. Pause. Just reflecting on your day, your class, your body, this practice, this moment as it's unfolding in sensations right now. I hope you have a wonderful day. It feels really lovely what we just did. I feel connected and alive and actually quite joyful after that. Thanks. Movement always helps. For me, if I move, chances are a lot of the sensations, a lot of the thoughts that I'm having will have shifted and moved. Our physiology just, it processes and it for me, it kind of, it realigns or consumes the stuff that isn't necessary, the leftover stuff from other things. So great. Well, I feel very good. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you for another 3 days of Nourish and then we move into pause. Nice. Great. Have a great day. Ciao.